What's up, y'all? So, doing another video on my weekly recap and whatnot. And then I'm also going to cover a little bit on the price increase, obviously, in fuel here on for everybody. So, and how it's been hitting everybody's pocket, even us on the dedicated. Thankfully, not so much, at least. I mean, I'm still paying a pretty premium price, but not as much as some of the places out there on the road. So, without further ado, so as everybody knows here at Swift offers a fuel surcharge program. If you are on OTR, being paid by the mile. I don't know if all dedicated accounts do. I know the dedicated account that I'm on does. And then I've been told on the percentage, they add the cost, the fuel surcharge, into that percentage pay. So, now don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Either way, obviously, as we all know, the last couple of weeks, fuel prices have gone way up, and we've spent a lot more on fuel. All of us have. Thankfully, I mean, I've spent more money on fuel, but at the same time, Swift has helped out cushion that a little bit. This last week, as if you've watched my previous video on and whatnot, it was at 71 cents, and I think it's at 71 cents again this week for us here on this dedicated. Now, the fuel surcharge obviously changes every week. That 71 cents is per mile for the fuel surcharge, for anybody who does not know. Swift will pay you 71 cents per mile to go towards your fuel on this dedicated account here out of Utah. So either way, it helps quite a bit. Also, it helps being able to fill up here at the DC at this customer. The fuel has been cheaper. I'm pretty excited. I filled up yesterday. I haven't really looked at what it was today, but it was under $5. It was right at $4.99 a gallon, when everywhere else around here, at least here in Utah, if you go to Love's, Flying J, TA, all of them are right about $5.80 to $6. If you go to the Mavericks and Ma and Pa places, you're looking at like $5.39, $5.49. A couple of places, Terribles, down in southern Utah, there's one of them down there. It's selling its fuel about like $5.19. So I was pretty happy to get $4.99 and be under $5. So that's pretty much averaging between almost $1 less than what it would be out on the outside of the DC, unless you were filling up at like those Mavericks or QTs or whatnot, which are right there. Then it's about 30 to 40 cents cheaper, which is still better than what it could be. Now, I know on the OTR guys, I don't know how you guys are doing it. I don't know how this fuel prices have increased. A couple of guys I've talked to while I've ran into them being out on the road, they're trying their best to keep their fuel costs down. Obviously, even me on this dedicated account, I have to keep my fuel costs down because I'm also getting paid less than what the OTR per mile guys are. Currently, I'm getting paid 91 cents a mile plus the fuel surcharge, which is normally on this dedicated account, the fuel surcharge for us is 10 cents higher than normally 10 cents higher than the guys who are being OTR. So, I mean, I'm getting paid less than most of the OTR guys are, but I'm also paying less in fuel costs. So, can't really complain there. Now, there is some exciting news. I don't know, for speaking about pay on this dedicated account, I don't know if it's been completely confirmed or not, or when it's going to happen. But I have been told that there is a big possibility of a pay bump, which is pretty awesome in my opinion. For us owner ops who are here on this dedicated account. So how much of a pay bump that's going to be, I don't know. Like I said, I guess we'll figure it out when it goes into effect. So, but I'm pretty excited about that. But overall, the fuel costs, I mean, it's affecting me. I'm spending more money than I would normally have in the previous weeks, but I'm still surviving and still making some good money. So I mean, I can't really complain. Now to kind of jump into my other part of the topic, I did last week on a video tell you guys that I had the truck in Kenworth, so that I'm going to put that all into this weekly review for this week, for what you will see on at the end of this video for my pay settlement. My AC went out, and for the last, I don't know, about a month, the front radar system, after a month after I've had this truck, it's been in op. So the front radar system hasn't worked, and then recently, last month, the AC stopped working. So I took it in the Kenworth, because when I knew it needed to be done. Thankfully, Kenworth, I ended up taking 2 days off instead of just the 34, which obviously affected my miles for the week. But back to the Kenworth thing, it just ended up being the AC blower motor that needed to be replaced. Thankfully, it was covered by that was a warranty thing. The only thing that I had to cover was the expedited shipping from Las Vegas to the Kenworth where I live in Idaho. The overnight shipping. That's the only thing I had to pay for the AC. They reached out to Bendix, because the front radar system on these Kenworths is ran by Bendix. Bendix never got a hold of them. Bendix is kind of, the Kenworth guys told me, Bendix is kind of one of those Monday through Friday kind of things, and they go home early on Friday. So I have asked for some time off in advance here in a couple weeks, for 2 days off on a Thursday, Friday. That way the truck can be at Kenworth on Thursday. They can figure out from Bendix what is going on, and then on Friday hopefully get it fixed. What Kenworth is telling me, because the radar system itself is intact, there's nothing wrong with it, but according to the codes they pulled, it is saying that something is blocking the camera, which there isn't anything blocking that camera that sits up there on the mirror. Up on the windshield. Something is blocking that camera from being able to see, which is not correct. Nothing is blocking the camera. Kenworth, the Kenworth maintenance mechanic guys said the same thing. They don't see anything blocking the camera, so they have to reach out to Bendix to see, okay, well, what do we go from here next? Obviously, that is going to be under a warranty item as well, I've been told. So the only thing Kenworth said I'm going to have to do is, if they obviously have to overnight a part again, I will have to pay for that overnight shipping fee. Other than that, everything will be covered, which is awesome. Now, speaking of that overnight fee that I had to pay for the AC blower motor, it was only $130. So $130 for an overnight to have my AC back when we're getting ready to go into the hottest months of the year. Awesome. I will never complain about that. On top of the fact that I got to go home for 2 full days and spend some extra time with my kids, even better. And then on top of that, I have an amazing support system here with the staff here at this dedicated account. Came off the road, came back, did a local. They realized how low my miles were and whatnot, and they gave me an immediate 1,500 mile run, basically 1,500 mile. I only got paid like 1,470 something miles. Basically 1,500 mile run that went from Corinne all the way down to Colton, California, and then Colton, California to Grantsville, and then Grantsville back. Now, there was a stop there in Vegas, which was pretty awesome. Did that whole run, which brought me up to, because of my because the way I do my home time, I go home literally the day after the payroll pay settlement cutoff has stopped. So Wednesday nights I'm going on. Wednesday nights I will run. Thursdays I'm going home. So I had 600 mile run that they gave me to get me home, and then I had the little tiny, I think it was like 200 or something mile run, and then they sent me on that 1,500 mile run that got me right there where I needed to be, to where I at least made $1,300 take home after all my expenses. Now, obviously that $1,300, as you will see on the settlement, does not show the insurance for the truck and whatnot. So you take out $186 out of that, so that leaves me a little over $1,100 that I made after doing only 2,000 miles and taking 2 days off. So I can't really complain. This account has been a great thing for me. Yes, I'm not going to get rich off of it, but it lets me get home. It lets me stay where I want to run. I have consistent freight no matter what, so I can't really complain. And if that's something that you're looking for, that you are looking for, and you live in this area right now, we're not accepting, that I can see, accepting any newer people, but when we are, Nevada, Idaho, Utah, obviously, Montana, if you live in those states and you want to come onto this dedicated account and you want to stay in this area and you want to have consistent freight and you want to be home at least once a week, this is the best thing you can get, in my opinion. So I mean I can't really complain. Other than that, the week was pretty good. Besides obviously being in Kenworth, like I said, I will be going back to Kenworth. I've asked for the week after, I think if I remember correctly, the week after Easter, so this coming weekend, but the week after that, I asked for to take 2 days off. The 9th and the 10th, I do believe I've asked to take off. So I can get this back into Kenworth and hopefully get that front radar system working, so then I can also have my start working again as well. So, I mean, I'm happy where I'm at. Swift is an amazing company to come to. I know it's not for everybody, and that's okay. I mean, I know there's people who are probably doing better than I am out there with another company, and I'm happy for you guys. But I'm pretty good here. I have consistent freight. I get to go home. I get to drive where I want to drive. I'm not like I was when I was OTR, having to go to the East Coast just to make money and then ending up getting stuck out on the East Coast and then fighting to get back here on the West Coast to come home. I'm no longer having to do that, which is an amazing thing. I'm loving it. I don't even have to fight to go home. I literally ask them, hey, I would like to go home on this time, and voila. They've kind of gotten used to me going home on Thursdays, so they already know that I'm wanting to go home on a Thursday and have Friday off and come back out on a Saturday kind of thing. So I have zero issues being here, and I'm loving every moment of it. So, but as usual, at the end of the video here, I'm going to show you my pay settlement for this last week. I'm going to put, I'm one of those content creators here at Swift that will just put it all out there. I'm not going to hide anything from you. You're going to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And yes, I am still very much a rookie at being an owner, at being a lease/owner op here at, in general, and here at Swift. So I appreciate everybody who watches my videos and who has followed me through my journey, especially those who have followed me from when I first started making these videos from RTI, and you've followed me over to watching these videos here. I very much appreciate y'all for watching my videos. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. The more you you interact with my videos, the more I don't know, the more I feel like I'm actually making a impact. But yeah, till next time, guys. Bye.